We all love handheld gaming, and one reason is its pocketability. But what if you're going outside and still need to carry other essential items and have no room in your pockets left for your nifty gaming handheld? Hi everyone, my name is Mano and I'm a huge fan of handheld gaming. It's always nice to have your games in reach when you're outside. For example, I recently was at a concert of a band I've been meaning to see since my childhood. Before the concert started, we had to wait for around an hour. Since I was standing there, I was playing Pokemon and the time flew by rather quickly. Long story short, I was happy that my gaming handheld is part of my EDC, short for everyday carry items, which helps with being equipped for such situations. As you might have already guessed, all this was just a segue to talk about my EDC items, when I'm bringing my essentials outside. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. By the way, little disclaimer, everything you'll see in the video was bought with my own money, and I don't have any affiliation with those companies. In the beginning, I was just trying to carry everything in my pockets, but then I noticed that depending on the pants I'm going to wear, the pockets don't have enough room to fit all my items. So I got myself one of those fancy crossbody or sling bags that are all the rage right now. I mean, they are indeed very helpful, because they aren't too big and clunky. At first, I was using this very slim crossbody bag that you might have seen somewhere on social media ads. At least that's where I saw them for the first time. It's pretty nice actually, and its gimmick is its thin shape, wow, that's quite the sentence, which fits under a jacket. This should prevent pickpockets from stealing your beloved stuff. But over the years, the zippers of this bag started to become loose, so I decided to get something different. The bag I'm using now is from the brand Mark Ryden. I bought the bag on AliExpress for around 20 euros. I'm not sure how much volume fits inside this bag, but I would guess around 2 liters, maybe 2.5 even. It doesn't even say on the listing in AliExpress. It has 3 main compartments, the front one, the main one, in the middle, and a rather hidden one in the back. The middle compartment also has further divisions. In general, I think the quality of the bag feels good for the price. The zippers seem sturdy and the fabric is supposed to be water repellent. The strap has a nice texture and the buckle is magnetic, which is quite fancy. The only gripe I do have is that the zipper of the front compartment does not go all the way through and leaves openings, which let the water inside. So in heavy rain, this is definitely not optimal. But enough of that. When talking about essentials, I would honestly need only 2 things: my keys and my wallet. When I was younger, I was using a cheap keychain which I just put inside my pockets, but that was just a horrible experience over time. With the keys being able to move around freely inside my pockets, they would tend to scratch other items, poke a hole into my pants, and even scratch my leg. To be honest, looking back, I don't understand why I was torturing myself. I must have been really lazy to change things up. But nowadays, I use a key organizer. I ended up with the Troika Clever Key. Not for any particular reason. It's just something I once found for cheap on eBay, but if you're interested, they cost around 15 euros on their website. They hold up to 6 keys and also have some tools like bottle opener and integrated wrenches for different sizes. My wallet is a small one from SG0. It's called the SG0 Elite. It seems to be discontinued, but it fits my needs. The thing is, I still pay in cash quite often, because I live in a place in which the card readers seem to be broken most of the time. Well, since I still use cash, I still do carry coins with me. So I wanted a wallet that has a coin compartment. The size and functionality for me is perfect, but there's only one problem. The zipper of the coin compartment is quite loose. There have been some incidents in which all my coins spilled out in public. Well, yeah. Okay, now to the item that is probably the most interesting for the majority of people watching this, the gaming handheld. In an earlier video, I was praising the Anbernic RG28XX for its compact size that does not compromise horsepower, calling it perfect for EDC. And I definitely stand by that. But right now the handheld I carry around everywhere I go is the Miyoo Mini, the small one. As you can see, I optimized it for pick up and play. I don't use a grip case for this one, which I would normally use for the Miyoo Mini Plus. I use a bumper case instead, and I swapped the stock buttons for custom Galaxy Blue buttons from Sakura modding because of aesthetics. The main reason I'm currently preferring the Miyoo Mini over the Anbernic RG28XX is that I wanted to play Pokemon again. And with Pokemon being a rather calm RPG, I wanted to play the game on a handheld that can be played casually with one hand. So, for example, if I'm on the bus with no seat available, I can still play while holding onto the handrail. This can change, of course, anytime. In case you want to hear more about my opinion on the Miyoo Mini and Miyoo Mini Plus, be sure to check out this video, which is linked in the description and on the top right of the video. The last two items that I would consider noteworthy are my small notepad and tiny pen. I know we have the phones and stuff, but sometimes when it comes to brainstorming ideas, it feels better to write something down with pen and paper. For that I use a random notepad I found on Amazon for around 12 euros. It was a pack of 5. Its perk is that it features thick paper and is supposed to be waterproof, but luckily I've never had any happy accidents to test that. On the inside, I've stuck some marker post-its so it's easier to organize and find my notes. The pen I use is the online miniature twisting pen. It costs like $6 and is really tiny. And to be honest, it might even be a bit too tiny, because writing with it over time becomes quite uncomfortable. The hand just starts to cramp up. So overall, it mainly is for jotting down the quick and short ideas that might come. However, I'm actually looking for a nice pen that is extendable, so if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Last but not least, I always carry some hygiene items with me, like lip balm, hand sanitizer, tissues, etc. There is one honorable mention I would like to give nonetheless. I kinda fell into the Digicam / Y2K camera rabbit hole. The one I mostly take with me is the Canon Ixus 82. Mainly because it's blue, and blue is my favorite color. We all know we have capable cameras in our phones, and I have to admit that this Digicam is much worse than my phone camera in taking pictures and especially videos. But to me, taking pictures with a Digicam is much more fun. I just love the feel of actual haptic buttons, looking through a viewfinder to compose the shot, even though it's so tiny. I mean, it's pretty much the same reason I don't play games on my smartphone and bring a gaming handheld with me. Oh, and speaking of my phone, you might be wondering, where do you have your phone then? That's actually quite the funny thing. So while you might argue that the main reason to carry a sling bag is to free up your pockets, I actually carry my phone and my earbuds in my pockets. And it's always the phone in the left pocket and my earbuds in the right one, for me, at least. Because even though I'm right-handed, I operate my phone with my left hand. I don't know if that's the common thing to do. So that was some insight into my EDC. This will probably change over time, so be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to know when and what will change. If you're interested in that, of course. I'd like to know your EDCs, so feel free to share them in the comments below. Alright, this was Manu and thanks for watching. Bye!